Do you struggle to understand native English speakers?
What are you on about?
Does it sound like nothing you were ever taught when you were studying at school? I bet you wish people spoke a little bit more like this.
You can just speak slowly and articulate, and I can read your lips.
Unfortunately, that's just not the reality. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through some ultimate pronunciation tips to help you finally understand English pronunciation. So, are you ready?
All right, let's get started.
Let's go! The first point I'd like to explain on this, let's say, ultimate guide on how to understand English native speakers is connected speech. And this can be split into linking and intrusion. They're two separate categories. This might sound like complete nonsense, gibberish. It might sound like Greek to you right now. So let me explain it with plenty of examples. I'll be giving examples throughout this video podcast. But connected speech is really the bridge between words. And without it, speech sounds choppy and robotic. The first one I want to focus on is something called catenation, which is consonant to vowel. You essentially link different words, different sounds, which would begin with a consonant, but it kind of becomes a vowel. Let me explain with these examples. So I'm going to read the phrase very slowly, separating the pronunciation. Then I'm going to repeat it with how it would actually sound when native English speakers speak naturally. The first phrase is read a book. Read a book. But when people are speaking fluently, they say read a book. Read a book. After this podcast, I'm going to read a book. Read a book, read a book, read a book. That's the first one. The second phrase is jump in. Jump in. But that sounds slightly robotic, doesn't it? So what we actually do is we link them together, and it becomes jump in, jump in, jump in. So the P joins the next word. All right, guys, let's jump in the pool. Shall we jump in the pool? Jump in, jump in. Next phrase is get out of it. Get out of it. Again, when people are speaking normally, it'll sound very different. It'd be something more like get out of it. Get out of it. So get out of it. Get out of it. Get out of it. Let's say, for example, that somebody is inside a castle, and I'd scream, hey, get out of it. Get out of it. It sounds very different to get out of it, right? Let's look at the next example. It is hand it over. Hand it over. But in reality, it becomes more like hand it over. Hand it over. Hand it over. So han, we don't pronounce the D, because the D joins the next vowel. Handy. Handy. And then the tova becomes almost one word as well. Hand it over. Hand it over. Come on. Your homework. Hand it over. Hand it over. I know. Confusing. Let's keep going. The next phrase is not at all. Not at all. Now, it depends on the accent, but what I would usually say is not at all. Not at all. So notice there's a lot of schwa here. That classic English sound, which is usually used with vowels, where there is no stress. So not at all becomes not at all. Not at all. Not at all. You could say not at all. Not at all. If you want to pronounce your T's. But as we see with a bottle of water, it's not always that common to pronounce your T's. So, not all, a bottle of water, you get the idea, right? Next phrase is think about it. Think about it. Very choppy, very robotic. So when we flow it together, it becomes think about it. Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. Again, you could say tit, or you could remove the pronunciation of that first T. So I'd say, think about it. Think about it. You sure you want to do this? I think maybe you should think about it. Next, we have made in England. Made in England. And when we pronounce this naturally, it becomes made in England. Made in England. Made in England. Made in England. This t-shirt was made in England. Again, so many schwas. That's the most common English sound that you need to master. By the way, this t-shirt definitely wasn't made in England. Definitely not. Now the last one related to catenation is hold on a second, which becomes hold on a second, hold on a second, hold on a second. So again, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on a, hold on a, hold on a second, hold on a second. So hold on a second, hold on a second, hold on a second. You want to tell someone to wait? Hold your horses. Hold on a second. So that's the first section. But continuing with connected speech, this part is more about intrusion, which is when you have a sound or a letter that isn't initially there, but it appears almost out of magic. Let me show you what I mean, in particular with the sound of an R, a W, or a J. We'll begin with the linking R. And I remember actually posting a short video about the verb to draw. And I was literally showing that I was drawing the curtains. And people were commenting like, why are you pronouncing an R? And honestly, I didn't really know. They called me out. And here we have the answer. You have that intrusive R. So let me show you some more examples. We have father and son. Father and son. But when we say it quickly, the and the final R becomes father and son, father and son, father and son. So instead of saying and, it's father and son, father and son. So we're adding that subtle R, which is known as an intrusive R. Another example. With the question, where is it? Where is it? Out of nowhere, we have another R. And it becomes, where is it? 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 It just flows nicer. It links better when we add this R. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? And a couple more examples. We have Anna and Elsa. Anna and Elsa. So here, this is definitely intrusive because there is no R, but we're adding the R. Just like we did with father and son, which is more of a linking R. This one is more of an intrusive R, which becomes Anna and Elsa. Anna and Elsa. Anna and Elsa. So there's no R when you write it down, but it appears, and it's very intrusive when it goes there. Anna and Elsa. The other one is the one I gave as an example, which was drawing. To make it flow better, we have drawing. I'm drawing the curtains. I'm drawing a picture of my face. Now we've gone over the linking and intrusive R. Let's continue with the W sound. The W. W. So, two others. Two others. When we pronounce it a little bit faster, linking it, it becomes two others. Two others. Two others. Wothers. Wothers. Two others. Wothers. So we're adding a W. Another example is blue ink. Blue ink. When we actually say it, we add a W. Blue ink. Blue ink. So it becomes almost like blue, the color, and wink. Blue ink. Blue ink. Blue ink. And our next combination is when you have the J and Y sound. What do I mean by this? Essentially, we are adding a Y or a J to the pronunciation with simple phrases such as he is. He is. We actually usually say he is. He is. It's like a subtle Y that we're adding. He is. He is. He is. Another one. See us. See us. Again, if we split it up, it's quite a mouthful to get out. So what we actually end up saying is see us. See us. See us. See us. See us. See us. So there we have connected speech. I know it's tricky. And it's not just tricky for you. It's tricky for me to actually teach. I must admit that I don't usually teach too much pronunciation, but I taught a pronunciation video a few weeks ago related to the pronunciation of different cities, towns, and counties in the UK, and people seemed to like it. So I thought I'd challenge myself and learn a little bit more about explaining pronunciation to you guys. So bear with me and let's learn together. The second point is elision. Elision. And we can consider this like the disappearing act, because sounds disappear. They vanish. So native speakers often treat certain letters as optional when speaking at speed, speaking fast. And two common sounds are the T and D. Let me give you some examples. Last week often becomes last week, last week. So we drop the T. Kept quiet, kept quiet. We often drop this first T. Kept quiet, kept quiet, kept quiet. It's like that T vanishes. Next one, a very common one, is sandwich. Sandwich. Most people would remove the D, and it becomes sandwich. Sandwich. It flows so much nicer. Can you get me a sandwich? Oh, I'd love a sandwich for dinner. After that, kindness. Kindness becomes kindness. Kindness. I love her kindness. Because it's a lazier and easier option to drop the D. After that, we have cold cuts. Cold cuts. The D kind of becomes an E, a very subtle E. So it's like cold cuts. Cold cuts. I'm going to make myself a sandwich with cold cuts. Next. In fact, the next phrase is next, please. So you can imagine we tend to drop the T and it becomes something like next, please. So you're about to pay for something in the supermarket and then the cashier says, all right, next, please. You don't really notice that T. Next, please. Next, please. British people. Crazy, aren't we? Then we have handbag. Handbag. Again, this D is dropped. And we just say handbag. I got my fiancée a new handbag for her birthday. Handbag, handbag. And lastly, a longer word is acceptance. Acceptance. Or again, we kind of drop the T. Acceptance. Acceptance. I kind of pronounce it there. So maybe this depends on the accent. My guide here is saying acceptance. Acceptance. So we don't boldly pronounce the T. It's again just a faint T. Let's look at some more with some vowels and H's. And again, these letters are kind of optional to pronounce. It's not incorrect if you do pronounce them, but when you're speaking fast and trying to understand people speaking fast, you'll notice that we often drop them. So here, the word police. Police. We don't usually say police. It's like the O doesn't exist. So it becomes police, police, police. Quick, let's go. The police are coming. I hope not. After that, we have believe. Believe. Again, we can remove the E. I believe you. Genuinely, I believe you. So it's a believe. Believe. I believe you. Similarly, we have support. Becomes support. 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 The same thing happens with suppose. 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 So again, the U disappears. Then we have secretary. Secretary. Which, when speaking fast, becomes secretary. Secretary. I work as a secretary. Now we have a few slightly longer phrases. The next one is a question. Is he here? Is he here? And we drop the H and the he. So it becomes, is he here? Is he here? I noticed that I actually said here instead of there. So let me do there as well. Is he there? Is he there? Is he there? Is he there? Oi, is he there? Where is he? So again, we're dropping the H and the he. After that, we have give her some. Give her some. Again, we drop the H and the her. So it'd be like, give her some. Give her some. She's really hungry. I've got some pasta over there. Give her some. Give her some. Give her some. Give her some. After that, tell him later. Tell him later. Drop the H and the him. So it becomes, tell him later. Tell him later. Tell him later. He really wants to know the news. He can wait. Tell him later. Tell him later. And one more. I haven't seen her. I haven't seen her. So again, we need to drop these H's and add these schwas in at the same time. So it becomes, I haven't seen her. I haven't seen her. Have you seen her? No, I haven't seen her. Do you know where my sister is? I haven't seen her. Do you know where my dog is? I haven't seen her. let's keep going. And let's continue with point number 3, which is assimilation. Assimilation, which is a blending of different sounds. And this is when sounds change their shape to prepare for the next sound. They are assimilating, blending. So for example, a T and a Y, when they blend, they become like a ch sound. So don't you dare becomes don't you dare. Don't you dare. Chew, chew, chew. Like you're chewing. Then we also have won't you go. Won't you go becomes won't you go? Won't you go? Chew, chew, chew. Won't you go? We also have last year. Last year becomes last year. Ah, did you go there last year? I went to Spain last year. So this one's less obvious, but it still makes a ch sound. And then I'll get you. I'll get you becomes I'll get you. I'll get you. I'll get you a glass of water if you want. I'll get you a coffee. What do you take? Let's continue with a D and a Y, which becomes a J. J, 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 J. So, did you like it? Becomes, do you like it? Of course, maybe I went a step too far there. I said, do you like it? We could maybe say, did you like it? Did you like it? And then if we evolve even further, it becomes, do you like it? Ah, so you went to Manchester. Do you like it? Oh, you went to that pub. Do you like it? The next phrase is, could you help? Could you help? Which is, could you help? Could you help? Could you help? Ah, there was a problem. Somebody fell over. Could you help? Could you help? And then just a little word. Soldier. Soldier. Here this is weird because it's actually already assimilated. So we don't need to link anything. But the pronunciation isn't soldier, it's soldier. Soldier. Yeah. I'm glad I don't have to work as a soldier. And then, mind you. Mind you. Which is a nice phrase that you can use when you want to maybe clarify what you were saying. And you might say, mind you. It's been really nice and sunny in England recently, but mind you, it's raining today. Mind you. Crazy. Another assimilation, we have N plus P/B becomes almost like an M. So the N sounds often moves to the lips to prepare for P or B. So 10 pounds, to say it properly, this N will become an M. So it's like 10 pounds, 10 pounds. How much did you get paid? 10 pounds. Very subtle. In bed becomes in bed. I'm in bed. So it's not that noticeable. But before you prepare for that P or B, it sounds more like an M. 10 pounds, in bed. Green park? Green park. Because your lip and your tongue goes to the end of your lip. And one more. Iron Man becomes Iron Man. Iron Man. Iron Man. This one, I think, to be honest, is less noticeable. But this one is one of my favorites, which I mentioned earlier, with a bottle of water, because it actually sounds more like a bottle of water. So it's the famous glottal stop. And you replace the T with the closure of your vocal cords, your vocal folds. And this is very common in the modern British accents like estuary or multicultural London English. Basically, it's saying Cockney, which is East London, but it's quite common in certain areas of the north of England too. I make a version of this sound as well, and I'm from a town near Leeds. It's common all over, to be honest. So it's the glottal stop. Let's practice. So remember that T becomes an another schwa. So bitter becomes bitter. Bitter. Oh, I don't like that. It's a bit too bitter. City becomes city. City. If you like football, you'll notice that Manchester City fans will often say, "Come on, City. City." Next is Scotland. And it actually becomes Scotland. Scotland. Come on, Scotland. Scotland. Then we have apartment, which actually sounds more like apartment. 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 We have football. Nobody says football, but we'd say football. Football. Yeah, I'm going to go watch the football. Then we have right now, which will become right now. I'm on my way to the gym right now. Lies. Then we have get out, which sounds more like get out. All right, I'm angry. Get out. Get out. Then we have light bulb. Light bulb, which sounds like light bulb. Light bulb. It's like I'm telling a lie. Light bulb. So that's some examples of the glottal stop. The most famous example is a bottle of water. Say it. Go on. I know you want to. A bottle of water. A bottle of water. Now, can I have a bottle of water? Can I have a bottle of water? Did you manage it? I hope so. I hope you are repeating after me, by the way. That's the extra piece of practice. Now let's look into some extra British filler words and phrases. And these are like the social grease that we use in conversation. The one I use almost all the time is like. It was like, well, you get what I mean, right? So the first one is practically what I just said without checking my list. It is, you know what I mean? And a lot of people will just say, do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Do you get me? Do you know what I mean? It's checking to see if the other person understands you. The next phrase is, do you know what? Which a lot of people will say, do you know what? Do you know what? Do you know what? Do you know what happened to me? I won the lottery. I wish. Then, I was like. This is a great way of telling a story. You're kind of saying what you were doing at any given moment. And it sounds like I was like, I went to a party and I was like, drinks. I was like. Then we have actually, which becomes actually. Yeah, actually, I'm not sure if I want to go to the party. And we have basically, a great way of summarizing. And you just say, basically. It was basically impossible to get the job. Then we have fair enough, which when you want to accept a point or an argument, we often just say, fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. Fair dues. Fair enough. Then we also have in a bit, which is a way of saying see you in a bit. A lot of people will just say, all right, in a bit. All right, in a bit. In a bit. Then if you want to make a toast or you want to say thank you, it's extremely common to say, cheers. All right, cheers. Cheers, mate. Cheers, mate. Appreciate it. Cheers. Cheers, cheers. Now, before we finish, a last little challenge. So this is a sentence challenge for you, my listeners. And here are 5 relatively complex sentences. And I want, well, you to read them first and then Britishify them by linking and making them faster to speak like native English speakers, because I imagine that's your goal. So, repeat after me. Would you like a bit of cake? Britishify it. It becomes, would you like a bit of cake? Would you like a bit of cake? Number 2. I do not know what you are talking about. And then if we want to make it faster, we'd say, I don't know what you're talking about. 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 The third one. It is better if we go at 8 o'clock. If we want to make it sound more British, more natural, faster, we'd say, it's better if we go at 8 o'clock. So many schwas. It's better if we go at 8 o'clock. Number 4. Did you see him at the party last night? This becomes, did you see him at the party last night? So the did you, do. Did you see him at the party last night? And number 5, last one. Put your coat on and get in the car. This would actually sound a lot more like, put your coat on and get in the car. Put your coat on and get in the car. How did you do? How was that? Huh? Easy peasy? Lemon squeezy? A walk in the park? A piece of cake? I hope you enjoyed it. And as I said earlier, this is kind of new for me as well. But if you'd like me to make more videos related to connected speech, shadowing, and pronunciation, I'm more than happy to do so. Just let me know in the comments. And as always, if you would like to have conversations with me and join my real classes, my community, then I'll leave a link in the description so you can join the British English Immersion Club and have weekly classes with me and other like-minded students. And if, on the other hand, you can't be bothered or you haven't got time to join classes, but you are addicted to your phone, then I'd recommend you try out my brand new application, which is called English with Lewis, where you can learn new words, expressions, practice role plays, speak with a cloned version of my voice 24/7 for a very, very affordable price. And you can try it absolutely free. So again, check out British English Immersion Club and get Lewis, English with Lewis, the application. And well, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for joining and making it all this way. And I'll see you next time. Bye!